Well, good evening and God bless all you kind, wonderful people. I've got good news and bad news. The good news is after tonight, I'm departing from my tear jerk heartbreak songs and get into something a little more uplifting and happy. Okay. But the bad news is I'm going to do what I said I was going to do last night. I'm going to finish my trilogy of heartbreak songs that I wrote. And with the song I wrote in 2012, a year after the second song in the trilogy I did last night. Last night's song was "You've Still Got a Heart to Break." Tonight's song is "I'm Only Laughing to Keep from Crying." And I've got this weird idiosyncrasy about when I say I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna do it. Now, the beauty of this medium, like I've said before, is you don't have to watch me. You can just cut me off. But if I say I'm going to do something, I'll move heaven and earth to do it. I was just talking to a dear friend last night how people's word nowadays means nothing. People would just say anything. And I learned this from my dad, that your word is your bond. And if you say you're going to do something, if you make a promise, be careful what you promise, because if you promise it, you've got to follow through. If you say you're going to do something, you got to do it, no matter what. I'm so weird about it. When I was a young father with young kids, even if what they were doing didn't really justify a spanking because I was busy doing something I shouldn't have been doing business when I should have been, playing with my kids, if they distracted me and acted out, and I said, if you do that again, I'm going to spank you. Well, when they did it again, even though I realized I never should have said that, even though I realized it didn't justify it, I had to give them a spanking. They had to know my word was my word. And believe it or not, to this day, those kids remember that and appreciate the fact that when I said something, it happened. Right, wrong, or indifferent. Well, the first song in this trilogy was Where Does the Love Go? The title didn't come from me. It came from a client many, many years ago when I was still doing divorce work. And I had to counsel many men and women, husbands and wives that were going through the hardest time of their lives and their hearts were broken. This young man was the son of a preacher, and his young wife, they had young children, had fallen out of love with him and in love with someone else. And I'll never forget the day he was in my office with tears coming down his face and said, "Where does the love go?" I wrote those words down and kept them for years. And it was many years later that I had some experiences in my life. I'd had some before, but some more later, that made those words come back to me and helped me pen that song, which many, many people have related to. And it's, in a strange, oxymoronic kind of way, been a blessing to people. The second song, so that's from the perspective of one who's man or woman, husband or wife, who's been so much in love with their mate, and then as years have passed, that love disappeared, and the question is, where does the love go? The second song, which I did last night, was You've Still Got a Heart to Break, sung from the perspective of that same person, but who's starting to dip their toes in the water of relationships, but keeping everyone at a distance, protecting that heart. Never going to let that heart be broken that badly again. Well, tonight is the full circle. It's sung from the perspective of one of those people who are trying to have a relationship with someone who's come out of a bad one or a heartbreaking one, but they're pushed away. And I hope the lesson is that you can't live that way, no matter how bad your heart is broken. You got to trust the Lord above to heal your heart, and you've got to be real with people and open yourself up to people and be willing to take that risk again. So, I'm only laughing to keep from crying. Tonight's the last night. I'm only laughing to keep from crying. Oh, I keep on smiling, but inside I'm dying. And I keep on going just to keep from showing that I love you 'cause you'll say goodbye. You made it clear when we first met. You wanted only to forget the path to sorrow and regret, the pain that love always begets. I'm only laughing to keep from crying. Oh, I keep on smiling, but inside I'm dying. And I keep on going just to keep from showing that I love you, 'cause you'll say goodbye. No tender words, no promised troth, no broken dreams, no tears, no loss. Just keep my distance at all costs. If I come too close, well, the line is crossed. So I'm only laughing to keep from crying. Oh, I keep on smiling, but inside I'm dying. And I keep on going just to keep from showing that I love you, 'cause you'll say goodbye. The years have passed, but not the words, the ones forbidden, the ones deferred. My heart destroyed, my love interred, and what I've so feared, well, I now so yearn. 'Cause I can't keep laughing just to keep from crying, and I can't keep smiling when inside I'm dying. Now you see me going, all the while you're knowing it's because I love you that I say goodbye. 'Cause I can't keep laughing just to keep from crying, and I can't keep smiling when inside I'm dying. Now you see me going, all the while you're knowing it's because I love you that I say goodbye. It's because I love you that I say goodbye. There you have it. God bless you. Thanks for listening. Those few of you who did. Johnny B signing off.